Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Sunday morning, and I thought I would just take you in my mind. Don't get lost. Y'all, don't get lost in my mind. My thought process. What's going on? Kind of think through some fun stuff I want to do today. I'm always like, oh, you'll get up, shower, get ready, come down. But Claire's always starving, y'all. And then I'm just lazy. That's not true. I'm not lazy. I get excited when I start. Yeah, we got our hydration going on. I'm still working on being hyper hydrated from my cataract surgery on March 4th. So, y'all, look at this table. Isn't it heavenly? Right? Like, honestly, I should take a picture, send it to my brother, and have him, like, blow it up and frame it for me. Because that, my friends, sometimes it's my brain. How I think. Really, because I got some cheesy pudding. I want to make breakfast, but again, excited to come talk to y'all. So I thought I need a little something in my body. Let's have a little bit of this cheesy pudding. Love it. Been working on this. This is stuff for like an art bag that I can grab and go. I want to take it to work. We have all kinds of papers. So I've been cleaning my, well, that was intentional. You know, you just kind of clean your brush and stuff with it. This paper with this watercolor, and you know, it's not pigmented, but it gives it this chalky, I don't know, I really like it. So we have a little pile of stuff, but I'm not sure what this is, y'all. This looks like just a bunch of yumminess. So I'm going to just stick them in here for now. We're going to call this random. Oh, I know what this is. Is that? Yeah. I have a bag by me, and when I'm working, I can just grab a piece of paper to clean something up. I'll probably go in my scrap pile. Okay. I wipe my nose. So let's start with, what do you think, Clara? Let's put the papers right here. You want to come say hi to everyone? I have another bite of my pudding. So last night I'm making, I remembered I had some spaghetti for dinner. I made the night before. I heat it up, and it's a Fiesta bowl, and it's heavy. It dropped all down my leg, but half of it stayed in. Burned my foot. So that was the excitement last night. Paintbrush. So this is this thing Beverly gave me. So I'm just going to stick stuff like that in there for now. Uh-oh. I just used up one of my recycling bins. I can use this thing. What are you doing, Clara? So again, little scraps of stuff. This was the cover of a Dorothy Parker, which reminds me, I'm going to show you some of the stuff I was doing Friday. But yeah, these are some brayers I got. I got 3 sizes. So we'll be doing some jelly plating, but not right now. But when you're gluing down or doing something, you can rub it really well. So I got some of those. Again, and I keep calm and carry on, y'all. For now, every time I look at a calendar, it's 2013, 2014, 2015. That must, you know what, y'all? We're going to let this go. This old calendar, what's so special about this? Nothing. And here's my dentist who had the nerve to retire. We're just going to let this go. It's like old news, right? Maybe I'll keep the cover of, maybe I'll keep this. I can make a little booklet out of it, but maybe not. But that is how the brain works, right there. So I'm going to put that with these papers. No, I'm not. Okay. All right. So I brought in a bunch of my sketchbooks. What I want to do, so a couple of the artist things I would like to do today with y'all is, one, I would like to, week 6, 7, I want to finish week 1. Get started on week 3 of my lessons. And I'm going to have space, and it's about color mixing and that kind of thing. But I feel like I'm hesitating a little, and it's okay. Everything's okay, right? That I'm hesitating a little bit on completing something. I mean, I'm being like, I'm sitting around doing this kind of stuff, right? Loving it. I mean, it's like meditative. Making marks. I took this one class on Creative Bug about mark making. So, and I'd like to finish that class too. So just sitting down, y'all, if you can get Creative Bug through your library, honestly, I think, online, and there's some great classes there. And the Lisa Cogdens are great classes for beginners, or if you're not sure. I mean, look at all this yummy papers. So these are the, like oil pastels, and they rub over, y'all. So these have to be separate. I have to figure out how to fix them. Excuse me, how to fix them so they're not, rubbing. I'm not sure what you do. I have to Google it. Again, this is one of my sketch pads I'm going to be drawing in. It's sort of, I called it Play. I don't think I've showed you this one. But, I'm trying to learn to draw, or just not learn to draw, practice drawing. Like, look at my cute little mushroom. And just play. This was just to experiment in. So what I want to do is, there's this woman, I see, this makes me happy. Very happy. So look at my little owls. Look like owls. You would say that's an owl. Bled through, which is super cool. I mean, it just makes me happy, y'all. Do I iron some of this, y'all? This feels like it might need to be some ironing. Anyway, I want to start doing some faces and and little animals. So there's a woman on Instagram called Virgin. I think it's _honey, but and I don't know her. I can't think of her real name, but she does these really cool animals, and I would like to do what she's doing, and at least start there. Okay, y'all, let's get this. And there's one I can't find, of course. That's the one I want. Okay, so these are paints, so that's got to go with the paints. All right, so we're going to set those there. And then a couple of things I want to share with you. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this. Well, I'm going to edit it the way my brain wants to edit it. Since this is about come spend some time in my brain. But again, don't get stuck there, y'all. Healthy breakfast. Wait, want some unflavored, healthy protein powder to put in there? So good. But also some Trader Joe's today. I have those little pouches of shrimp I want to try with y'all. I don't know. We're gonna do some food planning. Seriously. I keep really some food planning. I want to go through my pantry. And I want to know what kind of beans I have, how many, that kind of thing. There was this really cool app called Cool Cook List, and I might go back and redo that, where you scan everything, you use it, I will say this. I went through part of my freezer because I want to take some frozen fruit to work because we're doing smoothies at work. And I have a lot of good breakfast stuff, but there's not a lot of really super old stuff in there. I will say even in my pantry, I'm not sure what's going on with my food bank. In the grocery store, they always have a cart and you can just put stuff in it, and it wasn't there. And I understand because like I remember telling, Joe was amazing. And those of you who are new, my mom and I like to take stuff to local places, right? So we found a local food bank, And this woman, Jo, was amazing. And she, my mom loved her. And then, we would call her and say, hey, we want to do a Walmart order. What do you want? And it's really important to my mom, important to me. And then I started giving her stuff because people who don't have food, maybe don't have furniture, maybe don't have a lot of clothes, just pens and paper. So, and it made me feel good to give it to her. It made it easier to let go of a lot of stuff, because why am I going to keep something when someone else is going to use it? Now, I know the vets are going to do what they're going to do. It's just a little different. So, she died. It's like it was, yeah. And it was funny when she called me, she texted me to tell me she was sick. I didn't understand she was telling me she was actually dying. But she's a spirit like you can't imagine, but she's really special. And she held all this together. Like, I mean, Jo was the reason, right? You would do everything. If you think I don't feel like it, no, you want to give this to Jo because she knows what to do with it. I remember telling her husband, her kids are going to take over. Her kids, one's an EMT, one's a nurse. I mean, they're busy people, kids. And her husband, this isn't his calling, Jo is his calling. And, she'd say, can you do this, this, and this? And he would do it. And they were a great team. But this is a lot, right? It's a lot. And so they started like not taking clothing or that kind of thing. And, but I was going to go through my pantry and just pick out some stuff. And then I don't know. I don't even want to Google it. So I don't know. I have to think about the food thing. Well, one, I'm not overbuying. So that's helpful, right? Two, I could put stuff on the table at work people can choose from, but I know the Boy Scouts come a couple times a year. So, and I know that will stay local. So I think that I will keep that in mind and just, when they put they usually put a flyer out, or I could even go and look at that and look it up and then buy some food specifically for them. I think that's what I'm going to do right now, but very sad. It's just sad. We've all had so much loss, haven't we? And, change is the thing. Yet we don't like change, or I don't, right? It's easier not to change, but now that I'm in the throes of changing, there's such satisfaction and, it's hard. I'm still in the middle, right? I'm still just tearing apart. I'm not ready to put back together yet. So it's just, sometimes I think, God, am I just going to be in this like constant, like upheaval kind of is what it feels like. And I have to remember it's upheaval for a purpose. Anyway, deep thoughts in my brain. That is. So I'd like to finish up my laundry that's downstairs, like not even take new laundry down, just laundry downstairs finished and up. I want to spend like 2 hours in my room today, y'all. It really needs some attention. And so my thinking with my room is I have an altar and I want to clean it and zhuzh it and do all that. I found a whole stack of these like books my mom loves. So we're going to go through those. They're like cookbooks, like organizations in a corner. So we're going to go through that. My nightstand got broken, this metal thing. So I have drawers everywhere. So I want to just empty them in one big tub and then get that thing out. And I ordered something, it's coming next month, but I am going to IKEA tomorrow. So I want to look at them both and decide, because I can cancel the other one. I'm excited about IKEA. I've been looking on the IKEA website. And there's just, I think the best, my mom and I never went to IKEA. We didn't get napkins. So I want to get a pack of napkins. And then I want to get I'm not sure if I need this yet, but a trash can, look at them for my studio. I want a tall and skinny one. And let's see. I want to look at the storage stuff. I'm not going to get a lot, but I'm looking for some uniformity with paper sorting. So I'm going to just try, and I'm going to try a couple different things and see if I like, and then I can go get more if I want to. So I'm going to try some samples of that. I took a screenshot of everything, and they have the best. I'm getting ready. I need some new Ziploc. They have really cool, interesting this is not Ziploc, but different designs and stuff like that. Really inexpensive. I'm going to grab some of that. There's not a lot. That I think that's it. I have these really cool, they're like this big with zippers. They're not the, I don't ever need another blue IKEA bag. As a matter of fact, I should take some with me to put my stuff in. But they're really, I really want them for my laundry because they're not as big, but I use them for recycling right now. And then I can zip it up and take it out so I don't spill it everywhere, which, yes, shockingly has happened. But we'll see what they have. But other than that, you know, thing, I did look at, they have no interesting prints at all, which I don't need. I'll have to show you one day in my library, this best I ever got. It's like a woman going, shh, like the library. It's so awesome. But I mean, I got that 20 years ago. So I just made myself look. Y'all coming back with some cinnamon rolls, y'all. Somebody said, they have cinnamon rolls? Like, they have cinnamon rolls. They're not my absolute favorite, y'all, but they're pretty good. And we're going to have lunch. I've been looking at the lunch menu. My friends, as you know, I'm a cheap date. It's like a little mini birthday celebration. So yeah, so that's what's going on. So I will try to take some pictures and put it together and show you the stuff that I thought was interesting. I did drop 2 of my, well, they're not Pyrex brand, but Pyrex, with the glass with the lids that clip down. I'm trying to get away from the plastic. So if they, I think I remember they have those at like a really good price. So I might get 1 or 2 of those. I don't need a lot. Just replace what I broke. So yeah, that's the IKEA thing. Okay, y'all, now, if you don't like pornography, turn off. Just saying, all in the eye of the beholder. My friend gave me this at Christmas, the Dick Blick. I got to call them and get a real catalog, but you guys, I just sit here and I dream of stuff. I think, yep, have that, have that, have that, yep, have that, have that, have that. But as I'm learning about brushes and stuff like that, and different quality of paint, and trust me, I'm not rushing out and getting the best of everything. I'm still not buying art supplies. And my friend gave me a lovely gift card to Amazon. I'd like to, what I'm going to do is treat myself to a shirt. And I want in my bedroom a little mini DVD player. And they have them. It's like under maybe $30. But I want to make sure it's compatible. But you know, the thing is, if you get it and it's not and you take it back, you can get your money back. But I've been looking at that. And then, so Claire hops up on this like round thing, ottoman to get on the bed, and it's really kind of falling apart. It's old. I think a friend gave it to me. So I'd like to get like a little cube that you can have storage to put stuff in. It's all about storage. So I found one I like. I just have to do the measuring and make sure it's high enough, you know, not too high, but high enough for her. And then I'm going to get cat food and litter. Yes, I am. But I want to get one art thing. So I'm not sure. Now, when I use up a lot of my journals, and y'all, look, I mean, I'm like, even though I have to see again, I'm like, well, you're not really producing, are you? Like, well, who said that? What do you mean? I had a horrible, terrible year, and I'm like painting. Yeah, maybe it doesn't look like a bird or a face, but y'all, this is inside. I gotta fight all that. But anyway, this literally, I mean, I am pretty much filled. Like 3 of these. So those I'm allowed to replace. But yeah, so when you look through here, I mean, I can't even describe to you. But anyway, I got enough right now, but I'm learning, like I told you, my new best friend on YouTube is, and I'm honored to be your best friend on YouTube, but her name is Sandy Hester, and for whatever reason, I'm calling her Hester, and it suits her. And she's just inspired me so much. I just like her so much. But I think even if you guys aren't like want to sit down and do art or not interested in exploring it, she just has an interesting life, right? And she's just kind of fun to spend time with, which is what I want to do, which is what I hope people like, you know. But and for me as an artist, she's so inspiring. I'm learning already like why she likes a certain thing, why she likes a certain paper, and you know, that's all you can ask for. Okay, dilemma. Sometimes, you know, I hit a roadblock when I'm letting stuff go, and I'm letting go so much more, y'all. Is this okay? I know the sun's on my face, but it kind of camouflages the dark circles under my eyes. So sometimes I hit a block, and you know what? I don't stay there. I'll set something aside and think, we'll think about that later. Mostly, I'm letting it go, right? Because I can look at something and say, yes, yes, yes. And I even question in my head, should I keep it or let it go? But this thing is interesting. This is my Filofax, y'all. This is in my desk drawer downstairs in the library. And look how beautiful. The light's not doing it well. And it's soft leather. And I love Filofaxes. Oh my God, love them. I did them for years, as much as I can actually do something. And look what this, someone had written for me. Honor thyself. And look at this, like I have a little, these are little sticky pads, you know. Hold on. So, I took out some, there's something about being stuck in 2013, 2014, 2015. So this is 2014. And then you could do other things like keep finances, projects, notes, that kind of thing. Addresses, isn't that funny now? Well, cell phone numbers, you know, that kind of thing. You know, and you got, oh, what's in here? This is little pockets. I have, oh my God, this is a list, probably from 2014, of the people I worked with. And, wow, that's amazing. That's, other than me, nobody else works at the same branch. Some people still work in the system. That's hysterical. Wow. Nalani, she's a lovely person. She was our page, and now she's a children's associate librarian. She's us, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Some of these people, I can't remember who they are. Just tuck that right back in there. And, I mean, it has all these cool pockets, right? And then look at that, even the original pen, y'all. But so, do y'all know about Filofaxes? So what you would do is, this was leather, nice. And I think I got mine at the Container Store. And I don't know, I don't know if they still do. People still like Filofaxes? I don't know. So this one, I took out just a lot of the old stuff. So I don't know. Would I carry this? Would I use this? Can I repurpose it, right? Can I do little art things, little drawings? I don't know. I just know that my instinct is to keep it. And it's so beautiful. And I could probably sell this for money on the internet, but that's not what. So for right now, I'm keeping it. I'm going to put it back down in my drawer. So stuff like that I don't know, and I think with a Filofax, there's always this expectation or hope that this would be the year you organize and you follow through, and right? Like, it's interesting. It really is. That's something good to journal about. Like, this represents a side of myself or a life that I don't think I can ever live. So I don't know, maybe I should let it go. I don't know. Anyway, for now, I don't want to get stuck. Trying really hard not to get stuck on an item, right? I'm trying to think, there's nothing else that I really am thinking about or hesitating about. Wait till we get my studio. So the other thing I got, did I get derailed, or did I do something that my brain wanted to do? And again, some of these things I do, like the painting and just sketching and all that, is calming to me. It's relaxing to me. I could do it for hours. And I'm setting my alarm now because I don't want to sit in a chair for 2 hours and not move anything other than my arms. So I'm getting up every hour, trying to do 10 minutes of something, make sure I fill up my water, stuff like that. So I'm not, the point of it is not to get like in a groove that I'm, you know, ignoring my lower back pain, that kind of thing. Y'all get me on a puzzle. So what I ended up doing is I took out some like books that were falling apart. I got a couple magazines, and I started cutting out, and y'all, I've been doing this since a kid, since I was little. I mean, you start with paper dolls, right? And then I have things in mind, well, they, you know, but they're just, it's inspiration to me. So this little packet is just little scenes in nature, right? And maybe I'll collage with them. Maybe I will use them as a color, trying to replicate. Y'all, what is this? The sun is bright. Anyway, look at this, hold on. Look at this sky. Isn't that amazing? So I just kept to sky, water, grass, trees, that kind of thing. And I had like an art magazine. I had House Beautiful. I had one fashion magazine. But, and just to sit down and start drawing the shapes of that, you know? So, y'all, do you think I have boxes? I do. It just, anyway, so that was one category. And then as I went through, if something, look at this, y'all. I had honey, I had toast, a piece of honey toast last night. I got honey everywhere. I don't know how I do it. They're like, look how cute this is. Like a, so to sketch that and then, you know, paint it, I love that. So I'm just looking for inspiration that I already have, but that's okay. And then these are things that, this is a cool little book that I can make pages for my junk journals, right? Like, you know, just the designs that I liked. Look at this. This is a thing called Worn. It's an old book I pulled out ages ago. Because I want to do a sewing journal. Look how cute that is. So anyway, that's kind of that. And this was this old kids book I have. One of the many. Anyway, so those are going to be for junk journal pages. So I separated them out. I have to do this when I do this now, or I end up having no idea, and then it ends up being in a mess, and that's not helpful to me. Like, here's the end pages from this kids book I was looking at. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. I don't know who the middle guy is. Happy President's Day. So I was asking people at work yesterday, who's your favorite president? This is the kind of thing we talked about in my family. Like, my niece and nephew had favorite presidents. My mom got in this, and I know they're gone now, but they were like puppets. It was like Lincoln, Washington, I forget. Now, if it was Nixon, I would have kept it. So I'm just curious. So what is your favorite puppet? Favorite puppet or president? Anyway, people can't come up with one now. Lincoln's probably was the biggest thing. My mom loved Lincoln, and she loved W. No judging, but she loved Lincoln. And you know, being a political person working at the Capitol, and they've always been political, right? And I think I've told this story before. I told it yesterday. So when I worked on the elevator for the Senate, you met all kinds of people. It was really fascinating. Now, there are people who worked there didn't care. There's like the whole Supreme Court on the State of the Union was in my elevator. Like, I was smushed up with all the justices. That was a phenomenal. They kept coming in, and they wear their robes for that, and they kept coming. I was like, oh my God, like, too bad, right? There's no such thing as camera phones. But anyway, so Bob Dole had, I see him coming down the hall, and there's because Bob Dole's like tall guy, and there's a little guy with him. I thought, who's that? I'm like, God, that looks like Richard Nixon. I'm like, whenever you say that looks like, you know, I almost said Ted Bundy. Ted, the actor from Cheers. I can't think of his last name. I'm like, it is. That looks like Whoopi Goldberg. No, that is Whoopi Goldberg. So they were getting on my elevator, and President Nixon stuck out his hand and said, "Guys, hi, I'm Richard Nixon." And I said, "Hi, I'm Tracy Johnson." And I said, "You believe it or not, I voted for you." And he gave me a look. I said, "My dad was in the Air Force, and I checked off Nixon for my dad, McGovern for my mother." He goes, "That sounds right." But he was very humbled. I can't remember the year, but at this point, very humbled. And, you know, his energy was really good. So, but what a, you know, snake in the grass for this country. I don't know. Do we allow redemption in this country? Are you allowed to redeem yourself? Or are some things just so horrific that that's it? For history, you're known as that. It's really kind of, you know, the hubris of men. Anyway, y'all, put in the comments your favorite president. I'm sticking with Nixon. I'm sticking with Lincoln. He was just the thing in our house. And then, so I showed you that. So this one, and I stuck this in here because I couldn't remember what I did with them. So this one is just like words, like sayings. You know, I kind of like this, you know, and I can everyday abstract. I had a cool art magazine that, like Art News or something. So I can harvest this. They call it kind of harvesting is what I hear people refer to when you cut up magazines or books and stuff. And I'm also obsessed with numbers. I feel like I'm going to have a big project with numbers. So these are the ones that were like magazine-ish. But here's what I started with, y'all. So keep calm and craft on. I saw somebody, and I don't remember who. Might have been one of the teachers, but she had a little tin full of cut up words and sayings. Now, I think she said she used an old National Geographic and randomly cut. Now, I had more fun than that, but when you, it was summer and the window was open. Isn't that cool? So I was thinking, do I grab one of these and make a spread, a collage based on it? Or do I just randomly put them on collages? Like Dear Mother. So I was using an old Walt Whitman Thoreau, I think. I was using, it's a Chinese book, The Pillow Book, and that's real random, interesting. And an old children's book about, well, actually it's more of a religious, the art is beautiful. And let's see. Some people believe, you know, and then I can add more to it. But anyway, I can't describe to you. And sometimes I think I'm doing one and then the other side's cool. Where the bull advances to do his masculine work. And I had a idea in my head of cutting out a bunch of men, right? And then this one, pulling myself cautiously up, holding on by. So, and then I just cut when there was some, well, this is cute, went the moon, right? But sometimes I just did little things like that. So the words don't really mean anything, but it's just a cool collage element. And then I just can't describe to you the joy. This little box gives me the joy. I'm going to take a picture and put it on my Instagram. So that's what I was doing, hours. So right now, and I have a picture. Try to remember to put it on this, but you know. Pleasure into your life. I just picked up the floor of all this stuff. Claire loved it. So my mom would always say to me, and I've done this, why don't you just immediately put it in a bag? And sometimes I can. Like if I'm doing mail or something, but a lot of times I just like to, it's just the way my mind is. It's like, you know, the thing is, it's not hard to sit down and pick up all this paper, but you had to look for ones that might have fallen out of your box. But, and then I started seeing stuff. I'm like, no, I think every day I would have cut something different. Like I could have kept all that paper and gone back and probably found more stuff to cut. But you're just editing and making quick decisions, right? Otherwise, you can't be stuck worrying to death about a word, right? It's all serendipitous, really. So that's my Friday. These things are so helpful when I don't have a lot. And I love these things. So this was the big one. Another piece of paper I just was drawing on, y'all. I'm on fire with this. I'm so happy. I gotta stop like, well, you're not creating. You're not producing. Really? That's ridiculous. Okay. This one's kind of the most, and this was so much fun. I was looking for things, marks to mark make. Like I want to start a journal, like a dictionary, almost like not a dictionary, but a resource book for mark making, right? And that itself becomes art or textures or that kind of thing. Just like that, you know, and sit down and reproduce it in my own way. And of course I could cut up and use bits of this. And this is just from, there's a magazine called Somerset Studio. So I kind of cut out, just like, look at the pattern. And even if I tried to copy it exactly, I couldn't. But there's an elephant and it's got pink dots. And what I want to do too is faces. I want to start doing faces. So I've been collecting faces. And I just want to start, I don't know, you know, this thing started, it's called a 100-day project. And it can be whatever you want. Take a photograph. Whatever it is. Do 10 minutes of art. Do 7 minutes of art. Do 5 minutes of art. You do animal drawing every day. You do a quick collage every day. Whatever it is that you want to do. And I thought, instead of limiting it to just faces, that I would do a drawing a day, like a quick draw. Like, you know, I really want to, I feel like there's people in me that I want to get out on paper. And I don't have the skills yet that I need to let that go. So by trying to look at somebody, I wish I could, this one journal, why the heck is it? Let me look again here. That when I want one thing, I cannot find it. I have to show you this. But that, you know, as it is. So that's something I would like to do. And I don't care, like if, you know, maybe say, okay, 10 minutes. You can do more if you want, but it's that consistency that is challenging for me. It doesn't matter if you do what you do 70. It's still great. But so just different little things, like this was so interesting. And I think they're just cut out of magazines. Some words, some just colors. Isn't that amazing? Can you see that? This is an art piece somebody did. And I love that. I have to really look at it. But in the meanwhile, there's all kinds of mark making in here and different shapes. Again, just a random, you know. Like this was the Home Decorating Magazine. It's like a lot of pillows. And color combinations like this. I just thought, okay, you can grab those colors, right? And then again, different marks on pillows. That's a rug, I think, maybe. Now this was, I think Teen Vogue had a line of stuff. And I actually have in my studio, my comforter, and I have a little twin bed, is Teen Vogue. But all the mark making on here, all the colors, just very inspiring. So this is, and this I just like the idea of maybe doing triangles, having a space, and maybe, I don't know, putting something in it. But so yeah, so this is kind of, like look at this. I guarantee you, if I sat down to reproduce that, it would look nothing like it. It's just how it happens. But like this, a lot of white space. So anyway, you know, dots and dots. So this is kind of, I have a lot of this stuff. I mean, this was a lot. And just like little color swatching. I would like to match those colors. You know, I'm hesitant. Look at this. I mean, this is something I wouldn't necessarily be drawn to, but I just think it's beautiful. It looks like Mars or something, right? Mars with water. And then even on that side. So, you know, these colors, and then they put gold around it. So that's what I kind of did. And I will refuse to resent it because I had so much, I don't know, it's fun, but it's just important. And then like this was in this religious book. This is about Noah. But on the other side, just a rainbow randomly across. I really like that. But what's interesting is this is like little dots, right? It's not a solid line. So that would take some time. But again, how soothing for me. Other people will probably be like, are you insane? Let me see here. And see, some things got messed up. So like here again, I like numbers and then just a little segment of words for collage. So this is this one children's book. Isn't it pretty? The tones are so different. Yeah. So anyway, and here's a bunch of those type things. And then I'm just going to put in a big bag collage, and I can just grab stuff when, you know, I need it or not. This might have been just enough for the sake of doing it. You know, it all kind of fills your well, I guess. Your bucket. Dear God. I saw a t-shirt that be a bucket filler. I'm like, okay. Be a bucket. Now I'm gonna pick this out. I'm gonna try to draw these. Is that interesting? Let me put that. That's a good drawing. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a drawing a day. Hopefully I'll do lots of stuff. What I'm gonna, and again, I have rules, and my friend's like, is that what your rule tells you? And I'm trying to move away from that. Because I never live up to my rules. That's my dad. Like, you know, I'd like to start doing, well, it's hard, right? I work, I commute, I have to do food prep. I get to do food prep. I'd like to do 2 hours art a day. Maybe I will only do an hour, and that's better than nothing, I guess. You know, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I guess just do. But you know, the decluttering, trying to, you know, walk. I'm going to take a walk today, you guys. It's so sunny and bright. It's lovely out. It's going to be a long one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So these are just going to go in. I'm going to call them, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Have that one. Okay. In my lovely cigar box of stuff. Oops. Okay, so then this randomly came. I don't know where this came. So that's what happens. You don't pile stuff on top of stuff. And, okay, I do this all the time at work, and I'm going to have to not do it after my surgery because I can't be bending all the time picking up stuff. Never pile bigger things on top of smaller things. Like, never have a paperback and then bigger books because it's going to fall. Does that stop me? No, because that's how my brain is. It's just like, this just says, act a little less, think a little more. We're not saying stop acting and do it all in mind. We're saying work your 8 hours or work your 10 hours, your 16 hours. Just spend at least 10 to 15 minutes in a day where you are working 8, 10, 16 hours of physical action in order to maintain the physical stuff that you gathered around you. Trying to find pleasure from some vision. Afford yourself that. And that 10 or 15 minutes that you are finding pleasure will cause a focalization of energy within you that the universe will actualize around. You will begin to notice that you are more productive because of 15 minutes of visualization than you were from 16 hours of hard labor. Abraham. So there's a woman, Esther Hicks, and she channels Abraham, and is, you know, whether you believe that or not, it's all positive. So that's interesting because I've been thinking about visualization, and I used to do a lot more of it. And how can you have, like, I'm trying to visualize what I want my house to look like, you know, I'm trying to, and I think it's helping. I've been doing more and more, but this is the key. 15 minutes a day, y'all. 15 minutes a day. All right. So, I want to show you my friend Marilyn. For my birthday, look at this cute little bag. She gave me, she's so kind to me. She's older, I worry. She's getting older, but really, it's just such an interesting, full of energy life. And she and I have a lot of the same spiritual beliefs, and we've gone to, she took me to this, like, convention. This is way before, you know, the pandemic, and there were crystals and all kinds of interesting stuff, all kinds of different healers. If there's a magazine called Pathways, which I think is probably throughout the country. Anyway, so we have brief and I think what's so, now she lost her husband a while ago, and she still has such a healthy relationship with him because she knows he's with her, and it's really inspiring. But one of the things I think that really, because we've known each other a long time now, is that she sees something in me that I have a hard time seeing. And she tells me that all the, you know, she says things to me all the time that she doesn't know this really, but it stops me and makes me think. Sometimes I think that's not true. And I think, why do you think that? This is her telling you how she feels about you or what she sees in you. How can that not be true? Right? That's her truth. So she's always gotten me to kind of think, you know, and let all that insecurity and self-doubt, you know, it's still there, you guys, of course, but let it bubble up. Let me get it out, right? And then replace it with all kinds of cool, like, art and friendships and reading and thinking and talking with you guys. But anyway, make today amazing. It's a trivet. I love it. I'd like to, like, hang it up. Isn't that lovely? She always gives me the most interesting things. And have I ever given her something on her birthday? No. See, that's the kind of thing I'd like to be better at. I just scattered. All right. Oh my God, because I'm thinking my friend Tina's birthday, Mark's birthday. Yeah, do your best that you can do. I guess they still like me even though I don't make a big deal of birthday. Because, you know, I love my birthday. All right, y'all. So make today amazing. I think this is where we'll stop. Right? Make today amazing. Or is that too much pressure? Just have a day. Right? Why do we sign stuff to it? But it's Sunday. If you're off, and yeah, I'm trying to find that mixture of, I am going to go downstairs for a little bit. I've been pulling stuff, so I'll go down and film with y'all and pack it up because the vets are coming on Tuesday. So I think what I'm going to do is every Tuesday, I think it's only 2 more Tuesdays till my surgery because I'm not going to be able to lift and haul stuff out. So I'm trying to make hay while the sun's shining. Good farmer granddaughter here. All right, guys, take care so much. I've gotten more followers. Thank you. I think that's amazing. And at first I thought I'm going to do Trader Joe's hauls, Dollar Tree hauls, and I probably would have a lot more followers. But then I thought, boring. I almost stopped watching people who do that now. It's just incites in me to want to buy things. And, let's say I'm going to Trader Joe's. I might look and see I want to hear reviews or what people think. But you can always return stuff from Trader Joe's. And right now, I need to, I really do need to get groceries. And I want to do a Walmart pickup, but it just feels like too much. And for some reason, when I do Walmart, I have a lovely gift card. When I do Walmart, I just want to do a bunch because I just don't want to go back again. So maybe I'll have to loosen that up a little bit. You can do one and then go back in 2 weeks. But I need stuff like packing tapes and paper plates. I need some practical things. And Aquaphor. So we are going to come back. This is going to be my next thing, y'all. Most of this is all lip balm, chapstick. This one's okay. Most of this is toxic. Most of this is a 0 out of 100 on Yucca. Now you're putting it, and am I obsessed with this stuff? Yes, thank you. My brother's been obsessed with plain old chapstick his whole life. But I eat it off. So what's going on? I'm going to come back. We're going to do a video just on that. It's all about information, being aware. If you have a choice, you can choose something that's 100 out of 100, right? So important. But I tell you, when I don't have it, my brother was addicted. I don't know if he still is, like he was. Lord. And he used to keep all the old ones. He had to have buckets of these things. But anyway, all right, guys. Again, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm getting caught up on comments. The thumb is killing me, and I used to do it on my iPad, which was bigger, but for now, I got my phone. I'm blessed to have this phone. But I'll be back and do my best to post everything. YouTube hasn't been that bad, so whatever I did maybe helped. I don't know. It's sad to know. You don't know why it happened. You don't know why it stopped. But welcome to the world of technology. All right, guys, you take care, and I'll see you soon.